Hey, this is Abraham with the Government Contractors Association. I am doing a live recording to help out a company called First Responder Fire Protection. I just got an email from him saying, hey, you know what can you guys do to help us? So I'm doing this quick recording, just kind of do a quick overview of their company and see where they're at. And so the gentleman is John Flores, and so I'm going to do this quick video on behalf of John Flores just as a way to um, help them out to see what they can do to improve their business. So I'm gonna go to Sam and go in here and take it from the very beginning. So I'm gonna go from the very beginning and do a quick search. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through a quick series of a few different key points to see how the government sees their company from a high level perspective, because the government doesn't know their company. So I've never talked to John, don't know him. We just got exchange emails quickly. He said he's interested in see how the association can help him. So this is a recording as a courtesy just to help out first responder fire protection services. So I'm gonna come in here. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check out the SAM profile, see how it looks. So I'm gonna come in here first. Uh, first responder fire protection. So this is live. So this is unscripted. Come in here. I see that their profile is right here. I see their DUNS number. I'm gonna copy their DUNS number. I'm gonna come and view the detail and see how the profile looks on here. Okay, so I see that they're in Northridge, California. Let me come and check out their entity record. Okay, so I'm in here. They're doing business as first responders, so they got the word first and the letter first. John is the I guess the owner, division head. This is their website. Looks good. Everything looks good here. So far in their SAM profile, things looks good. And part of this is just kind of see where they are. They are a Hispanic-owned, veteran-owned, minority-owned business, which is good. And they are in the 8A program, and they got into the 8A program 2 years ago. And they also DOT certified DVE. They're S Corp. They accept credit card, which is good. And I'm gonna come in here, and they've got some NAICS code. The primary NAICS code is 238220. So I'm going to copy that just to have it for record 238220. So they, decent. Their profile actually looks good. Usually I come into the profile and I see different challenges in here, but so far their SAM profile looks pretty awesome. So my first assessment is looks pretty good in the SAM profile, so that's a good thing. Now the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to their SBA profile. So I'm going to go to DSBS, and I'm going to go in here. In fact, I'm going to come back here and copy their DUNS number again. And I'm going to go to DSBS to see how their profile looks in here. And DUNS number, and I'm going to hit search. Oh, missing one number. Okay. All right. Okay, so from a high-level perspective, uh, fire responder, first responder fire protection installs and service automatic fire sprinkler, office, single, resident, multi-unit. Okay, so the only suggestions I have in terms of their original profile on the first few here is they need to add, first responder fire protection is a small disadvantaged 8A company. Adding a few verbiage like that on the front so that contracting officer will automatically see that on their profile at the very beginning. And then we come on the inside. Looks good on the inside. They started in 2010. They do take credit card. All these are good things. I can see that they got into the 8A program 2014, exiting 2013. He's got some federal certification. These are all good things. They have bonding capacity, from 200,000 on a per project to a million in terms of aggregate. That's awesome. And then quality assurance standard EDI. Okay, so the first thing, the first deficient that first responder has is that they're lacking some past performance histories here. And so when you know, John, if you're looking at this video here, the first recommendation I have for you is that in your past performance, you need to list some of those references here, because normally you want to give 3 down here. And so if I'm a government contracting officer looking from the outside, looking at your company, and I see that you don't have any references here, then it makes you look not as strong as you're able to, because I know you guys have done plenty of contract, because if I'm on your website and I come to your project, you know, I've seen you got some good solid past performance here, but as a government contracting officer, I may not even take the time to come look at your website. I'm just looking at your SBA profile, because I'm looking for a company to do a sole source contract to, and all I see is your profile here, and I might just, you know, say, looks like they don't have any history, and I might be turned off by this here. So, but overall, everything else looks good here. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go back to the DUNS number, copy this, and I'm going to go to a site, USA Spending. I want to see how much contracts they've won. So I'm going to come in here, USA Spending. I'm going to check the last, you know, since they started in 2010, I'm going to check the last, you know, 5 or 6 years. And I'm going to put in DUNS number. Hopefully it will do this. They may just let me do 3 years, but let me check. Okay. So, yep, that's the DUNS number. So I don't see any contract wins in here. Let me do it by their name. First Responder Fire Protection. Okay, so I see 1.5 million. First Responder Fire Protection. So I see that First Responder have won 2 contracts as a prime, but I want to make sure that this is the you know, the same company here. Okay, so Simi Valley, California, 966-137-791. So I'm going to double check that. 791-966. Yep. So this is the same. So John, this is your company. So I can see that you've done low work, a few small contracts, but as an 8A company, you've been in the program for 2 years now, and you know, this is a good start. You know, to go from, you know, to get into the program and you actually win a few contracts. This is pretty awesome. So that's good. That's the good thing here. So that gives me a quick overview of the company. I also want to go in and look at their website. So I'm going to do a quick review on the website. So now I'm on the website. I'm looking at the website, and as I come to the website, the biggest challenge I see here is that the website does not speak to government at all. Because on here, I look down here, got a nice little video here, member of the NFPA, but this website does not speak to government contractors and government contracting officers at all. It speaks, you know, more towards the commercial market. And I see here, yeah, you know, good information about what you know about the company and about the services and so forth. But I don't see anything in here that speaks to government buyers. So what I'm going to do, John, is I'm going to actually show you what a good website should look like. And so we have a software that supports small businesses in the government space. This is our software called govfasttrack.com, and this is a software and a tool that helps your businesses to get established, to get strong, to go out there and position your company to really do well in the government space, especially because you're an 8A company. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to hit login and log in, and I'm going to show you the inside of the software. That was the outside of it. And I'm going to come in here, and so in the software, there's lots and lots of great tools in here. So since I'm looking at your website, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go to the promotion, because your website falls under promotion. So I'm going to come in here What I did not see on your website is I did not see any link to a capability statement. So I'm assuming that you do have a capability statement, but let's assume you don't have a capability statement. Well, the software has a sample capability statement in here. So in row 503 here, as you can see, row 503, there's a it says to write your capability statement, and I put some samples in here. So you click on this attachment, and you'll see some samples in here. So I'm going to pull up a sample capability statement, and you'll be able to see a sample capability statement. And if you have one, you can kind of just make sure that yours is great. If you don't have one, then this is a great template for you to do your capability statement as. So as you can see, it says logo here. You delete that. You put your logo in here. And you change out the name, put your DUNS number in here, and change out all these different certification. Put your business name in here, change out the services, and in 30 minutes or so, you have your capability statement. So this is a great example of capability statement. You get your executive summary, your core competencies, your differentiators, your past performance here, and it's got your certifications, key personnel, NAICS codes, contact information. So this is a good example of a great capability statement. And you know the important thing is you want to have your capability statement attached to your website. So when you go to About Us, or the ideal situation is you have a government tab up here, but in your website somewhere you need to have a capability statement attached. Now you may have, but it's not obvious. I haven't seen one yet. So the other thing, coming back to the software, so now we talked about capability statement. Let me look at a capability video. There are some sample capability videos. So if you don't have a capability video, you are missing out in the government space. But let me come back here. Let me play out your video here to see what your video looks like. And
human nature is kind of an interesting little beast. We tend to believe that
we're as close to identical as possible.
Down the hall.
okay, so this is a good video, but this is not a capability statement video. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to show you a sample capability statement video.
ADG Company, founded by Diana Patterson, is a 100% woman-owned, small disadvantaged business enterprise.
So this is an example of a capability video. So I would recommend, to improve your business so that you can have greater access and more better image to the government contracting officer. It would be great to have a capability video. So that's another deficiency that you have. Again, you can win a contract without a capability statement or without a capability video, but all these things to improve your chance and make you look stronger. But since we're doing an assessment on your website, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and talk about your capability website. So one of the key things on your capability website is you need to include your NAICS codes, your cage number, DUNS number, different certifications you have, any GSA schedule you have, any contracting vehicles you have. Make it easy for them to download your capability statement from there. Include your past performance, agency records, dollar amount. All these things need to be on there. And so if you don't have these things here, because I come to your website, I don't see any of these things here on your website. It's not easily found. It only speaks to the commercial market. Does not speak to the government space. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to show you some examples of great websites that do speak to government buyers. And so I'm going to click on this example here. So this is a company, ADG. This is Diana Patterson. This is the capability video. It's on the front page of their website. And then you come here, you kind of see a little about their company. But as you can see here, they got the word capabilities, teaming, and past performance. Now, let's do a quick analysis of this site versus your site, John. Your site, we come here, we see that it doesn't have those same verbiage on here. Now it says services. Well, services is a terminology that's kind of understood a little bit in the government space, but services is more for commercial clients. And so in the government space, they call it capabilities. So as you can see, this company, this company here, they use the word capabilities. And so if you click on capabilities, it takes you to the capabilities page. And you come here, you can see they got their DUNS number, they got their certifications, their NAICS code. You can download their corporate capability statement. Click on the download, and it downloads that for you. And it takes you to their capability statement. And they got one, this is a generic corporate overview. They got one for logistics, they got one for supply chain, and so forth. So this is a great website with a great capabilities page that addresses government buyers. So what's missing, is you don't have a government tab, and your website doesn't speak to government. So this is, if I'm assessing your company compared to, ADG, let's assume ADG does, first responder fire protection services as well, and I'm comparing the two, and theirs speaks to government buyers, yours don't speak to government buyers. Well, the biggest risk to the government is when they're awarding a contract to a business owner. Biggest challenge they have is they're risk averse, and they don't want to, to take on companies that don't speak the language of government contracting, because it becomes risky to them. If everything's equal, they're going to choose one that is less risky and one that speaks the contracting language, which I call governese. So let's look at the ADG website again. Let's see what else they have here. So obviously they have services that speaks to commercial clients, but then they have this government tab. And we come to the government tab, you can see that they have all these different things. They have their past performance, uh, they have their capabilities, their partners, their teaming, and they address, because in the government space there's a lot of teaming. So we address that, hey, this company, ADG, they're interested in teaming with other companies and utilizing their 8A certification. Well, ADG just graduated from the 8A program, but they're continuing to win contracts because they've established well in the government space. So let's come back here. Let's look at another company. This is CompSys, and let's see if we can learn a few things from this site as well, as we're comparing it back to First Responders website. So I come here, and let me close out these two here. Now, CompSys, 90% of all their contract comes from the federal government space. So if you come to their website, they overly speak to government buyers. So you can see that they got the camouflage background, they got the bomber, the jets, the firefighters here. But what's important on their side again is their website speaks to government buyers. They have the word capabilities, they have contract vehicles, they got past performance, they got partners, and then you can see that they have a government tab, and they have services, because that speaks to commercial clients, and they have a government tab that speaks to government buyers. So we click on the government tab, and look what we see here: capabilities, vehicles, stars. Some of these are the contract vehicles, the certifications. I'm going to click on capabilities, and you can see, and so we can kind of see contract vehicles. It addresses some of the contract vehicles that they do have, and so they have a GSA schedule and all these different things in here. So this is a website that speaks strongly to government buyers. And like in the commercial market, we don't call it past performance. We call this here portfolio. We might call it clients. We don't call it contract vehicle. In fact, we don't have anything for contract vehicle in the commercial market. Capabilities, again, we call that services. So this is a site that's worthy of learning from and benchmarking after. Same thing as ADG's website. So in a quick analysis of the site, I come back here. The software says, okay, hey, you know what? These are some sample sites, and you benchmark after these here. So in the software, we cover a lot of things in here. So we even put in here, how your business card should look like. Now, obviously, with First Responder, I don't have a copy of your business card, but I put some samples in here, so you can kind of come in here and see what is a good business card that speaks to government buyers. Now, it's not the logo itself, although your image is very important, but it's the content that goes in here. So on the front of their business card, they have their DUNS number right here. And on the back of their business card, they have their DUNS number and their certifications and their NAICS code. So this business card here speaks very well to government buyers. And then let me close that out. And so as you can see, the software has a lot of great tools. Obviously, for this quick assessment, I just want to look at a few quick things. And there's a lot of great things in here. In fact, there's over 888 steps in here. So in terms of preparing your business, and promoting your business, and writing proposals, performing on the contracts. So we put a lot of great resources here, and covering different things that you have to do as a business owner to be and position your company to win sole source contract, but also to be successful long term in the government space. Well, that will wrap it for this quick overview of quick assessment of John, your company, First Responder. I'm gonna send this video to you so you can take a look at it, and give me a call if you feel that you need help with government contracting. And we've got great tools, great resources. In terms of helping you, we've got some great training programs. We have a great coaching program to actually work with your company on a weekly basis. We are looking for a few more clients in that. We can't take on everybody because there's so many companies out there that we can't take on everybody. But if you want to have an opportunity to grow your business, to really take it to the next level and get some professional and some personal help to really help you to get to the government space, feel free to reach out to us. So signing off. Again, this is Abraham with the Government Contractors Association. John, as you're watching this video here, appreciate your time watching all the way to the very end. And you'll see my email contact information on the information that I'm going to send to you. So good luck and take care. And if hopefully we'll get a chance to talk and engage each other and get to know each other sometime in the near future. At very least, I welcome you to join the association, get involved with some of the things that we do have, some of the programs that we do have. If you're interested, we do have the Fast Track software. The Fast Track software is available for you to purchase at any time. You can do the lifetime license, or you can do the monthly license, or you can do the annual license. And the software will guide you step by step in improving your business and how to write proposals and how to find opportunities and marketing and building relationships and how to find contracting officers to work with, how to find subcontracting partners to work with, how to do teaming, joint ventures, all these different things we cover in here. And so and there's examples and templates and samples and agreements and all kinds of cool stuff in the software. All right, well, take